Good morning students, good morning class. In the last class I have explained you about the sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. So in this class I will be proceeding to the next topic, that is sexual reproduction in human beings. So before I will explain you in the detail what the human being reproduction is all about, so let me first explain you the human reproductive system, that is male reproductive system, and the second one is the female reproductive system. And after that I will tell you what is I will explain you the term what is adolescence means, what puberty means, and how the gametes are formed, and how these gametes takes part in the fertilization process. And after that what happens to that fertilized egg, how the zygote forms, and after that what happens to the embryo, and after all the processes, and also about the role of placenta in the development of embryo, and also about the reproductive health, that what measures could be taken to control the population. Okay, so let's start with the human reproductive system. So let's start with the male reproductive system, and after that I will explain you the female reproductive system. Okay, so let's see. So, for explaining you the human male reproductive system, I have taken figure 8.10 of your NCERT book, page number 137. So, firstly, we will see the testis. So, testis is known as the primary sex organ here because it is the site where the formation of germ cells, the gamete, or you can say the sperms takes place. So, its main function is to produce the male gamete and to produce the sex hormones, testosterone. Okay. So now you can see it is scrotum. So the testes are situated outside the abdominal cavity within a pouch called scrotum. The scrotum helps to maintain the low temperature of the testes necessary for the spermatogenesis, or you can say the gametogenesis, for the formation of sperms. So the third structure, you see the vas deferens here. So vas deferens is a tube-like structure. So from both the testes, this tube-like structure, vas deferens, carries sperm to the seminal vesicle. So the duct vas deferentia carry the sperm to the seminal vesicle. So here the sperms are stored in the seminal vesicles temporarily. Okay. So fifth, we see the prostate gland. So it is one of the male accessory gland. Thus, the secretion of prostate gland nourishes and activates the sperm to swim. So the sixth structure we see is a penis. So penis is the male copulatory organ. And last we will see the urethra. So the urethra forms a common passage for both the sperm from the seminal vesicle and the urine from the urinary bladder. So this is all about the human male reproductive system, and in the next we will see the human female reproductive system. So first we will see the ovary. Why ovary? Because ovaries are the primary female sex organ that produces the female gamete, that is ovum. So ovaries are also in pair like the testes, so they are also 2 in number. Now let me tell you about the second structure, that is vagina. So the vagina is the female copulatory organ, and it is stretchable and provides passage for the menstrual flow, sperm reception for the fertilization, and the baby issue at the time of childbirth. So the vagina is also known as, or also called as, birth canal. So here you can see the third structure, that is cervix. So cervix connect the vagina and the uterus. So our next structure is uterus. The uterus is a hollow, muscular and inverted pear-shaped structure. It lies in the pelvic cavity between the urinary bladder and the rectum. And अगर आप उस फिगर में देख सकते हो रेड कलर से, उसमें कुछ रेड कलर का मार्क किया हुआ है, that is nothing but the wall of uterus. So if you see the wall of uterus, it is made up of 3 layers. The outer layer, it is known as perimetrium. The middle layer, it is known as myometrium, and the inner layer, it is known as endometrium. And lastly, you should know that the uterus is the main site for the menstrual cycle, for the fertilization, and for the embryonic development and etc. Okay. Now the last structure, the fifth one, we see the oviduct or fallopian tube, or you can say the uterine duct. So let's see, the oviduct are the female accessory duct, and the structure you see, the funnel shaped structure closer to the ovary, it is known as infundibulum, and the edges of the infundibulum possess finger like projections known as fimbriae. Okay, and these helps in the collection of ovum after the ovulation from ovum from that ovary. Okay, the infundibulum leads to the wider part of the oviduct called the ampulla. And one thing I'm gonna tell you which is very important, you must remember, that is the site of fertilization. What is the fertilization site here in the oviduct? So you see, fertilization of the ovum takes place in the upper portion of the fallopian tube, that is ampulla region where the fertilization takes place. So ampulla is a site of fertilization. So student, you have seen that the female reproductive system mainly consists of vagina, cervix, uterus, ovary and oviduct. Okay? So students, as this topic was so easy and interesting, I hope you have understood it well. So till then you keep revising, and okay, thank you.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.